Your ag information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into our WTIM morning show, this time all with the Christian County Health Department. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. We have Peyton Shapley, mental health caseworker, Katie Beck, a nurse, and Dell Wilbur, emergency response coordinator, all at the Christian County Health Department. Thank you all for joining me today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So Dell, we're going to really learn about you, learn about your position today, emergency response coordinator. I haven't actually heard about this position with the Christian County Health Department. So let's start with that. What does this position entail?
Well, basically, part of my responsibility, and number one, is to support these young ladies and the others that work at the health department, and to participate in the statewide as well as the national emergency response program in that. So it has, a lot of it has to do with some of the challenges in that the community faces. My background is probably a little unique for this area in that I've spent much of my adult life overseas in a variety of different countries, Middle East, Eastern, Western Europe, and that. I was an intelligence officer for the federal government for quite a few years. And I've done a lot of work with the special operations community, the special forces, the Navy SEALs, Marine Raiders, excuse me. And primarily I focused on counterterrorism and weapons of mass destruction and bioterrorism. And that was one of the things that Dr. Anderson wanted to bring that capability here to the health department, was to be able to address some of those concerns. And so that's some of what I'm doing, is trying to focus on that. And we are planning on doing some, I've spoken with Chief Wheeler with the police department and with the fire chief about doing some presentations on terrorism awareness and that I've done for quite a few years now. I've done them all over the country. And so this will be an opportunity to bring some of that to here to the heart of the country here in Illinois. So.
Wow. Thank you for that description right there. I think you're being so thorough. It feels like Dr. Anderson has really made it an effort to fill these positions: mental health caseworker, emergency response coordinator here. Talk to me a little bit about what we face here in Taylorville and Christian County when it comes to terrorism, because I find it hard, but I know there are things out there. I find it hard to piece those things together when we're not living in a huge city like that. Explain those types of things.
Well, unfortunately, we've learned that we're not immune anymore anywhere in this country. One of the things I discuss, excuse me, in my presentations that I've done is a case that happened a number of years ago down in St. Louis, right here in the heartland of America. Was a situation that involved a Palestinian terrorist cell member from Abu Nidal, which at that time, Abu Nidal was basically the Al Qaeda of that time. It was responsible for more terrorist attacks around the world than any other organization. And he had become discovered. Excuse me, I'm sorry for this, but the FBI had become aware of him and had his house under monitoring, under surveillance. But it wasn't real-time surveillance. It was, they had it. Tapes, were being made, and that periodically would pick up the tapes, have them translated, and unfortunately, it involved an honor killing. His one daughter had become somewhat westernized and had become an embarrassment to the family, and she was murdered inside their kitchen, and they took the body out and threw it out in an alleyway some distance away, and the police were obviously called to investigate a homicide. And had no leads for several days, until all of a sudden the FBI shows up and says, guess what? We know who killed this young lady, because once they got the tapes, they played it back and discovered that the homicide had occurred. Well, that shows you right there that those types of organizations that have operating cells right here in this country and right here in the Midwest. I've had a number of situations that were brought to my attention right here in Christian and Sangamon County that have occurred. It was after I had done a presentation at, for some groups here, and it prompted them to contact me and say, hey, this suspicious activity occurred in that. What do we do? Well, my response was, don't call me, call the police, okay,
Wow.
and report it to them. So there's, there are concerns that people need to become aware of, and I think the more that we can educate people, the better off we'll be as a nation and as a community, becoming more aware of what what the potential is, and how we can take steps to hopefully mitigate it. So.
Absolutely, and awareness is key, as you were saying right there. It did feel like we were kind of immune to things, and as of recently, do you feel that there is a movement, an upward movement of a divisive political discourse that is creating situations like this in the heartland of America, places where you didn't think you would see it?
Well, I don't know if it's as much of the political discourse as just the fact that our country, the last few years, we've had an influx of a lot of people into this country that come from over 100 different countries, many of them adversarial nations to ours, many of them with terrorist backgrounds, and when you hear comments from the government that says, well, we're vetting these people, is really not accurate, because there's no way to vet many of them. They may come from a country that we're adversarial with, who's not going to cooperate with us. They're not going to provide us with information about someone if we inquire. In other instances, they may not have any information. And as long as that individual hasn't been arrested in our country, has had no contact with law enforcement, he's not going to be in any of our databases or our NCIC or anything. So we can run the name, but we're likely not going to get anything, and he may be a really, really bad guy. So we've got a lot of them running around the country right now. The concern that I have are all of the Chinese military-age males that have been entering this country by the thousands over the last 3 years, because I certainly believe that some of them are here pursuing the American dream. Okay, and that's wonderful. There's no problem with that. But I'm of the firm belief that a number of them are here. They've been sent here, and they probably have some very specific instructions on what to do when they get the word from back home. So it's a concern.
So in emergency response coordination here now, with these threats looming and things that could potentially happen, you do believe that, I don't want to use the term sleeper cells, but there are people that we believe to be innocent that have immigrated here illegally or legally here. You do believe that those could be threats to places in Middle America?
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that we have to be concerned about with the health department, because if there is a terrorist incident of some sort, then we're going to be involved in responding to it. And, that's something I think that is often overlooked, is that, the health department does have a critical part to play in any type of incident of this nature. So.
And Del Wilbur, Emergency Response Coordinator with the Christian County Health Department, in the position for about a month now. What kind of monitoring, what kind of conversations have you been having to promote safety in Christian County?
Well, as I said, I've spoken. I met with Chief Wheeler with the police department. I met with the fire department, with the Christian County Emergency Management Agency, Jeff Stoner at the fire department, and have discussed with them, as I said, about putting together some presentations that would be open, to the community to try to get as many people in as possible, so that they can get an understanding of what the concerns are, what the threat level might be for this area. And then, as it says, what they can do. There are steps that they can take to try to, number one, educate themselves, but also to know what to do if they see something that concerns them. Yeah. A lot of people will say, well, I don't know what to do. I'll go back to San Bernardino, to the terrorist attack that happened there. There were reports that neighbors observed some suspicious activity, but they didn't know what to do about it. So nobody did anything. And then subsequently the attack occurred that killed a lot of innocent people. Yeah. So, we want to hopefully head that off by, like I said, making sure that people have a good understanding of, it goes beyond the see something, say something. Yeah. It's understand what you're looking at and what you're seeing, and making sure that you notify the right people.
Yeah, and it definitely brings me a sense of ease knowing there is someone at the helm. If there, God forbid, is something to spout off out there, emergency response coordination, should people have that sense of ease out there in Christian County, just knowing that this is being looked at?
Well, I hope so, but I mean, I certainly give the credit to the law enforcement agencies, the sheriff's department, and the Taylorville police, because they're certainly, aware of the potential for these kinds of issues. And that, I mean, they certainly have, their own daily problems and that they have to deal with. But they're, Chief Wheeler is very interested in doing, having me do a presentation and that. So they're aware of the potential, and it's something that should give some solace to people here in the community.
Yeah, loving the needed conversations and coordination between fire and EMA and police here in Christian County and Taylorville. Just all really great words from our Christian County Health Department here. We're learning from Dell Wilbur, our new emergency response coordinator. We also have in studio Peyton Shapley, mental health caseworker, and Katie Beck, nurse with the Christian County Health Department. We're going to learn from them when we come back on this WTIM morning show. Our live stream sponsors brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, in Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. We'll be right back here on WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
At Memorial Health, great things start with great teamwork.
My name is Natalie Faltenberg. I'm from the ultrasound department here at Springfield Memorial Hospital, and I work directly with the other sonographers as their clinical specialist. I listen to all of their needs that they have. I like to say that my team doesn't work for me, I work for them. So I always tell them any issues, any questions, please come to me. I want to help you out.
Join our great team today at jobs.memorial.health. Memorial is an equal opportunity employer.
Summer means activity, and if you've been in the hospital or just need a little extra help to get back to being active, Taylorville Care Center can help. Their therapy program and medical care can enable you to recover and return to life. Private rooms are available, and you can have visits from your friends and family to return to being active. Find out more on Taylorville Care Center's great therapy program to get you active again. Call 824-9636, 824-9636, caring for the community for over 50 years.
I'm Will Perkins, President and CEO of the Taylorville Community Credit Union. TCCU is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Miller Media Group Community Spotlight, allowing a different nonprofit organization to be highlighted on WTIM, WMKR, and WRAN each month.
This is Kate Mansfield.
Taylorville Terrace is an intermediate care home that accommodates up to 16 individuals ranging from 18 years old and up with developmental disabilities. Our team understands that everyone has a unique story, and this is what shapes our priorities. We focus on the positive attributes that each person has and turn limitations and challenges into strengths. We provide opportunities and resources that focus on supporting an environment that fosters community, presence, choice, and respect. Visit www.phidd.org for more information.
This is Cammie Payne, General Manager of the Miller Media Group. We, along with TCCU, are proud to bring you the Community Spotlight each month.
TCCU is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Miller Media Group Community Spotlight. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
It's no secret that employers are having a difficult time hiring qualified personnel, whether full or part-time. The Miller Media Group wants to help you, the employer, to find the candidates you're looking for. That's why we've created IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. This website is part of a broad radio and internet employment campaign available through the Miller Media Group. Contact your account manager or email sales@randyradio.com for more information. IllinoisJobPost.com is where we put the power of radio and the internet to attract prospective candidates.
This is Megan Lopez with Nesty's Burger Joint on the south side of the Taylorville Square. To see our menu, click on our icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Shawless Nagel, Executive Director at Kimmer Village in Assumption. To learn more about our services, click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into our WTIM morning show, and thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. We've been speaking with our Christian County Health Department. In that first half, we learned all from our emergency response coordinator, Dell Wilbur. Now we're going to hear from Peyton Shapley, mental health caseworker, and Katie Beck. She's a nurse with the health department here in Christian County. Peyton, you got a big event coming up for you here. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, so Monday, September 23rd, 5:30 to 6:30 at U of I Extension Office. We are partnering with them. So it's a free mental health night. just kind of giving resources. We're doing short PowerPoints just to promote mental, physical, all that well-being for people. Hand out resources. U of I does an awesome interactive presentation where they make you stand up, do a few, little workout things, and just how to promote being healthy as a family. I will be there doing short little mental health screenings, mindfulness trainings, and I'll be handing out all mental health resources. It is 5:30 to 6:30, so you can come as you please. First 50 people will get a free gift bag. We are giving out really cool journals in those gift bags, so something you might really use.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're just trying to promote mental health, mental, physical health, how we can all do a little better. So
absolutely,
come have some fun.
Absolutely. September 23rd, 5:30 to 6:30, and where you probably said it.
U of I Extension Office in Taylorville.
Awesome. First year as a mental health caseworker, correct?
Yes,
yeah. This does feel like the beginning of your position over there with the start of school, and with all these kids needing to get this type of programming in. Was this your idea to have this night?
Yes. So we actually have a grant in place called the ACES grant. So they do they want us to do workshops like this, which is awesome because, like I said, you said being new, it's nice for people to get to know us, know that these resources are available, and that there's so much out there that people can utilize. So
absolutely. So I'm sure some topics you'll be diving into are some deeper ones there. But is this event for all ages?
Oh, for all ages, yes. Children, parents, caregivers, anyone, whoever would like to come, just learn a little bit. And my main thing is getting the resources that are available in this community to people, because when I started, I didn't know we had so many, and we genuinely do. And there's a lot of things that can help. So
you talked about screenings. Is that something you have to register for? Is that
no? That's it. It'll just be a fun little. It's kind of not a full screening, but just kind of fun to teach them little things, how you're thinking, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So just to stop by my booth and we'll do that there.
Perfect. An incentive to being early. First 50 get the goodie bag there.
Yes.
Talk about journaling. I'm sure we'll talk about journaling when we're there. I wanted to just talk about one thing. That's a good thing for our listeners out there. That's a good thing for your mental health.
Exactly. It's easy. It's something, even if you're thinking, happy thoughts, write them down. That's a good thing to go look at, look back at it. So journaling is awesome, and you don't have to talk to anybody. So
very true. And it's interesting to hear you bring up the happy thoughts, because it's oftentimes thing journaling, you're writing down your bad days and it gets it out of your brain. You got to write down the happy thoughts
you
too.
Write down the happy too. Exactly.
Lots of things to learn with a free mental health night, September 23rd, out at the Extension office. And I already say 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. for that. All school ages. It's going to be really, really influential to get your year started right. Katie, back a couple of things on your end for the nursing side of things. Immunizations still going on?
Yes, so we provide immunizations at the health department, usually during our regular business hours. I would like to remind everyone that we do stay late by appointment only on the first Tuesday of every month and the third Wednesday until 6. Once again, that's usually by appointment only. But we are also hosting a vaccine clinic for the public, where we're actually going out into the public. So on September 16th at the Pana Fire Station, we are having a drive-through vaccine clinic for the flu shots from 8 to 1 p.m. And then again on the 23rd at the Expo building here in Taylorville, out by the fairgrounds, same hours, 8 to 1. So really all you need to do is just bring your insurance card and drive right through, and we will get you set up for the season. So
it's a great way to get a whole lot of people immunized in a real quick way right there, and just drive through. Don't even have to get out of your car.
That's right. Yep. And if you guys need reminders on the dates and times, you can look that up on our Facebook page.
Awesome. That Facebook page is
the Christian County Health Department.
Easy to find out there. Christian County Health Department on Facebook. You say bring your insurance card. Pretty much the only thing you'll need, even if you don't have one.
Correct.
If you don't have an insurance card, will it be a problem to get your shot?
No. Okay. It shouldn't be a problem. Nope.
Perfect. Awesome. Katie Beck, a nurse at the Christian County Health Department in studio. Got about 2 minutes left here. Del, again, you said you were here to support the two ladies in studio with us, along with everybody else at the Christian County Health Department. Within your first month here, what have you been seeing with the health department?
Well, as I said, there's a group of wonderful people working there, and that they've been very supportive of me and made me feel welcome. I mean, obviously, my background is a little unique for this area in a sense, but having spent so many years overseas and everything and that, and then as I said, I settled here back in 2010, but after 2010, after settling here, I still traveled overseas and that quite a bit. And I finally got to the point in my career that I felt I wanted to be able to contribute something my home area locally, instead of traveling so much and doing things in other parts of the world. And this offered a great opportunity to be able to come in and then hopefully, people will take, some of what I've learned in that I can share with them, they'll find it helpful. So.
Love the mindset, love the mission coming into this. And thank you all for joining me on the morning show today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Peyton Shamply in studio, mental health caseworker, Katie Beck, a nurse with the health department, and Dell Wilbur, emergency response coordinator. This has been our WTIM morning show.
Your information station, WTIM.
On the issue, Harris went after Mr. Trump for sending the abortion question